eyes are on the dual threat Lamar Jackson, as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Ravens and the Falcons, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta sending its offense out for the first time, and for the first time since 2008, it's a rookie who will handle things at quarterback. Out of Cincinnati, the 3rd-round pick, Desmond Ridder.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 88 yards. They've
lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish a run game.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. 2nd and 3 from the 9. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Baltimore's offense making its way out for the first time, and leading them, their quarterback, a guy who is just so electric under center in his 5th season now, Lamar Jackson.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That play doomed from the start thanks to the defensive effort of Grady Jarrett. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jackson. That's going to be caught. It's James Prochet. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
You know, when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Jackson on 1st down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, right around the 18-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it, looking at a 4th down and 2. Jackson now. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness. Just about got him into the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Tucker with the extra point. Tied at 7. That time, 11 plays all total. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Back to throw now on first down. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's Patterson complete. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw again. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on third down. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Falcons will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. To throw again is Jackson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to do the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
They'll look to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That'll be caught. Wallace hauls it in. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Tylan Wallace, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's going to tie up the game as we approach halftime. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now back to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And oh, he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. That'll be 4th and inches. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. James Prochet deep for Baltimore. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
That one a first down pickup of 8. Jackson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Dobbins trying the left side to about the 48-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they wind up getting 13 there on fourth down. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm is just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference to call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Well, we saw him score on the ground earlier in the ball game. This time, the defense says not so fast.
Yeah, that's good scouting and good awareness, isn't it? Because you always have to be wary of him keeping it himself, especially in this part of the field. Because if he doesn't like what he sees, you know he'll take off and try and go for it himself.
And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to make it 4th down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. 4th down, here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Tucker with the extra point. He's at 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Ready.
We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on E. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The other day they told us we got 3rd and 5 or less. We have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. On 3rd down, Jackson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Arnold Ebiketie make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, what a move. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return, and it will be Falcon football. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Some coaches have to take the short and side. They like to go for the big shot. Mayfield risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they...
He'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Up to the 20.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A give, Dobbins trying the right side. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. For the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Jackson to throw.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins.
And the Falcons are going to take over here up near the 40.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yes, he started.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Fortunately, he's able to recover himself, but the clock's still rolling here. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Throwing, Jackson. That is caught, Bateman. And quickly another first down, but tackled inbounds. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back in Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making...
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And we have free football. Overtime, here we go. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a first throw here in overtime. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's caught inside the 35. It's absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. So a win here for the Falcons. And the man leading the charge was their quarterback, Charles. That's Desmond Ridder.
Yeah, there's no question who the star of this game was. What a performance throwing the football. Over 300 yards, 4 touchdown passes. That's quarterbacking at an elite level.
So for the Falcons, the win will come too late to...
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something